Good morning. Today we would like to talk about spikenard. Spikenard is a really interesting plant. It grows way up. We harvest it from Nepal. It grows up really high in the Himalayas. It is this beautiful, beautiful plant, and the blossoms are super pretty. But spikenard, the oil, comes from the roots. Now, this grows in the part of Nepal that had an earthquake about 5, maybe 6 years ago, and it just devastated the villages. These are really, really remote villages. I think all of Nepal is remote, but this is a remote part of Nepal and really high up in the mountains. And with Healing Hands and co-impact sourcing, then doTERRA went into this village and helped them build earthquake-resistant schools. I don't think that you can build earthquake-proof buildings, but certainly sturdier that would withstand the impact of the earthquake. And it also went in and helped the villagers rebuild their homes. The other thing that doTERRA has done for these villagers and for these growers is it is really labor intensive. I mean, just to harvest, they have to hike up the mountain a couple of hours one way. And before, then the essential oil brokers were paying them pennies, and sometimes it would take them a couple of years to get paid. Well, doTERRA is going in and they're paying them a fair amount, and they're paying them in a timely manner so that they can actually support their families. So spikenard is one of the oils where it has had a huge, huge, huge impact on the people's lives who are the growers. So, and the other thing is that we've talked about how lots of times the oils will pass on the properties and the characteristics that the plant has. It will pass them on to us. Can you imagine how much hardship, trials, adverse conditions spikenard survives to grow at the top of the Himalayan mountains? And so that can pass it on to us. And we're living in some pretty hard times. Spikenard can help us get through the hard times and blossom with these beautiful flowers. So there's a lot to be considered for spikenard. They get it from steam distillation of the roots. In the Bible, Mary spent a year's worth of wages to buy this oil and anoint Jesus' feet before the Last Supper. I thought that was really interesting. So spikenard is the oil of gratitude. Hold on, sorry. Every once in a while a text comes through that you've got to react to right then. Okay, so spikenard is the oil of gratitude. It encourages a true appreciation for life. It addresses patterns of ingratitude where individuals see themselves as targets of bad luck or victims of their life circumstances. Do any of you feel like victims right now? I have days where I do. By opening the soul to acceptance and gratitude, spikenard assists individuals in seeing the deeper meaning in their lives. It supports them in feeling joy and happiness for other people as well as for themselves. Spikenard teaches individuals to be grateful for their challenges as well as their blessings. It assists individuals in transcending their sorrows through being grateful for their present life circumstances. There have been studies and studies and lots of books written about how keeping a gratitude journal can change your life. Making a point of finding things to be grateful for every day. Tiffany Peterson has a gratitude series that she does every November. And you can go to gratitudeseries.com and sign up for it. It's free. She does an interview every week with a different person, and they are just amazing. You can go and sign up. Tuesday was week 3, but you still have access to week 3, and then there's another one next Tuesday. It is really good. It's worth even just getting the 2 weeks. It's really good. So consider going and doing that. That's a bonus on top of this. So you can see all of the negative emotions, and I think all of us have experienced some of those emotions at one point or another, but the positive properties that it can bring to our lives are being grateful, feeling acceptance, feeling content, and feeling peaceful. The properties of it are anti-inflammatory, antispasmodic, sedative, antibacterial, antifungal, deodorant, laxative, tonic, antioxidant, and relaxing. Some of the primary benefits are, you can look at some of the properties and know what a lot of the benefits are. One of the things, it relaxes the mind and body, and it rids the mind of anger and aggression. It sedates feeling of depression and restlessness and can serve as a natural way to bust stress. It can stimulate the immune system. It calms the body and allows it to function properly in lots of different ways. This one I had forgotten about, but I think I need to start using it for this, is it promotes hair growth. I am getting really thin right here, so I need to promote hair growth. It can relieve insomnia. It's a great natural remedy without the use of drugs. It's a sedative and a laxative, so it can just help you relax, help anxiety fade away, and just help you be able to get that really peaceful sleep. It can help you manage your mood, but it will also help uplift your mood. We've talked about it's a grounding oil, so it can make it help you get grounded and relaxed. It is great for the skin. It's got cleansing and purifying properties. Add a few drops to your daily cleanser or favorite anti-aging product. By incorporating it in, you will encourage a healthy, glowing complexion. So some people, I guess, use it as a perfume. I don't think that I will use Spikenard as a perfume because it's a really strong aroma. But it's suggested to combine it with clove, frankincense, geranium, lavender, wild orange, cypress, juniper, myrrh, rose, vetiver. Any of those oils, not all of them, but that would be a bit overpowering if you used all those oils. But you can experiment with them and find something that you like. You can apply 1 or 2 drops on the temples or the back of your neck. You can dilute the oil to minimize skin sensitivity. With oil, sometimes the first time you put them on, they won't have any skin sensitivity, but your skin can develop skin sensitivity. So if you notice that it's starting to, then just start diluting it. In the handout, there are a lot of other uses that it can do. In the handout, there's also an excellent video that I've got a link to that you can do. There are recipes there's a guy named Al Garcia who does some really good stuff and is really knowledgeable. He's got, I can't remember, he's got a whole bunch of daughters. And he said the anxiety and stress levels in his home were kind of over the top. So he came up with a blend that you do in a 10 ml roller bottle that has spikenard, Roman chamomile, petitgrain, and clary sage. He said it saved his household and saved the peace and calm, restored the peace and calm in his household. So you can check that out. And then also in the handout, then there's a 10 different ways to spike your life with Spikenard. So you can check those out. So before we go on to the next one, I was going to tell you, this morning I woke up and I was just really all different things. So one of the recipes that I had posted for Litzia this month was a sharp focus diffuser blend, and it was Litzia, peppermint, and orange. And then I added a couple of drops of adaptive, and it's a wonderful blend. So you can go back in the Facebook group and look at that. Okay, so wild orange. Who does not love wild orange? Wild orange is just great. We, doTERRA sources it from Brazil. It is cold pressed from the rind. And in many cultures, the orange trees are known as a symbol of love and marriage. So I thought that was cool. So wild orange is the oil of abundance. It inspires abundance, fosters creativity, and supports a positive mood. It reconnects individuals with their inner child and brings spontaneity, fun, joy, and playfulness into one's life. Wild orange teaches the true meaning of abundance. It encourages individuals to let go of scarcity mindsets with all of their manifestations, including fear, nervousness, inflexibility, workaholism, lack of humor, and the belief that there is not enough. Have you noticed that at different times in your life, I'm pretty sure that all of you have had times like this, that it's really easy to just focus on the things that we don't have. And the more we focus on what we don't have, the more we see what we don't have. And it's just what you focus on grows. And it just becomes a vicious downward spiral. But if you look at what you do have and the good things, then you start noticing more good things. And sometimes I have been at a time in my life where the good thing that I could be thankful for and the abundance that I could see was that I woke up. And there have been days that's the only thing that I saw that was good was, well, I woke up again today. But sometimes, and my point in that, I'm not in that point now, thank heavens, but we all get to points where it's a really tough time. But if we start looking for the teeny tiny things, it doesn't have to be we won the lottery for $1 million. It can be a teeny tiny thing that we can be grateful for, and it gets our mindset for looking at the good things in our lives, and wild orange can help us do that. I think all of you know that I went, a couple of years ago, I went for several months back to Fargo in North Dakota to help my son and daughter-in-law. And Fargo in the winter is really cold and it's really gray. And with my depression, then that was really tough on me. But there were times where the sun was shining. It was still colder than I'll get out, colder than I was used to. But the sun shining, that was a huge blessing to me, just that the sun was shining. So look at the things that are small in your life and start being grateful and looking at what you do have. So there's all sorts of negative emotions that we have in our lives, and I'm sure all of us have experienced some of those. But we all want to feel and recognize the abundance in our life, have a sense of humor, be generous, spontaneous, creative, joyful. So there's wild orange can do that. And wild orange is a great oil. What is it that I don't particularly like vetiver, but you add wild orange with it and it smells pretty good. So, and the same thing with Purify. Then Purify, I love what it does, but I don't particularly like the aroma. So I just add lemon and wild orange and I get the emotional benefits, plus then it smells great. So wild orange is energizing, a sedative, carminative, antiseptic, antibacterial, antidepressant, immunostimulant, so it supports our immune system, antispasmodic, digestive, and a tonic. Again, on the handout, then there is it's a link to a really good video about the benefits of wild orange, and it also talks about, Dr. Dave Stoyer talks about copaiba, and copaiba was the buy one get one for yesterday, I think, yesterday or Tuesday, one of the days. It was one of the things. So some of the benefits is it enhances the immune system. It is a great defender against oxidative stress because of the limonene. It's a natural antimicrobial, and you can use it for safety in foods and to help limit the spread of nasty things that we don't want to be in our food. It is a great way to clean countertops, cutting boards, appliances without needing bleach and harsh chemicals. It's an ant repellent, so remember that. It is an anti-inflammatory. It promotes a more positive mood, which is useful for raising pain tolerance and helping you get better sleep when you're sore or uncomfortable. It's uplifting and tranquilizing. As little as 5 minutes of exposure to diffused orange oil can alter moods and enhance motivation, relaxation, and clarity. Consider adding some to your shower. If you use a liquid soap, add some into there. You can consider, if you make your own perfumes, consider adding some in there. So for some people, wild orange is really good and helps wake you up and gives you energy. And for most people, then lavender is very calming. There are some people that lavender makes them wake up and it's very energizing. If you happen to be one of those people, use wild orange, because it most likely, there's a good chance that it will calm you down. So some of our, our body chemistries are just flip-flopped, so keep that in mind. It is great for fighting signs of aging like wrinkles and dark spots because of the high vitamin C content. It is effective when your skin gets eruptions that you don't really want. It's great for that. It's a natural mouthwash. It's in the On Guard mouthwash. It can help you have less excess gas in your intestines. You can apply to your abdomen, pulse points, or diffuse it to help with symptoms of menopause. You can use it if you're feeling lack of energy, creativity, or productivity. Combine it with peppermint to improve your concentration. It's in the Sharp Focus blend that I'm diffusing right now. If you have digestive upset due to anxiety, diffuse wild orange and it will help. With wild orange, you do have possible skin sensitivity, so be aware of that. The handout has links to a whole bunch of recipes that you can use wild orange in, and then it has 8 more recipes that you can for food type recipes. Like this one sounds wonderful to me, and I might have to try to make it this year. Dark chocolate raspberry orange truffles. Doesn't that sound yummy? Okay, so you get with dark chocolate raspberry and orange.